Hello everybody, welcome back to Mackenzie Woodworking. So we're doing a wood presentation basket today, and this is a great way to use up a whole bunch of scraps. So there's our prototype there and our finished product. So we refined it a little bit. I always like to do a prototype and then go from there and figure out what I want to do. One of the main things was I've just softened up the edges, and instead of going with a square handle, I went with a dowel handle. So follow along and we'll walk you through this project, and you can also see that I draw up 1/4" patterns, and then I can transfer that to my pieces. So I'm using some resawn wood that I had in the shop. This is a 1/4" yellow cedar. And these baskets are great for presentation baskets. They're popular with people with canning jars and different miscellaneous things that you can put in. It's a great way to use up all your scraps and everything in the shop. They're popular for the markets, and they're great at Christmas or Easter. They're great little Easter baskets, so I'll be doing a bunch of them. So you can go with the same idea, and you can change the different motifs that you want on the top of the baskets, but they are there. And once I've refined my pattern, I'll cut up a bunch of blanks, and then I can just put the baskets together as needed. So here they are. We've given them a sand it, and what I like to do is take a knife and just follow through into the leaf pattern, and that's just a chip knife. I'll just take that in and just cut it in and follow into the groove, and it just gives the top of the pattern there a little bit more detail. And then I'll soften up all the edges with paper, and I also use my chip knife to follow along the edges. I don't like using a router on stuff like this. I like putting a little bit more handwork into it. I'll just mark there for the doweling, and I'll run all the way through with a hole so that they're the same on both sides. And then I'll, once I have that pilot hole through, I'll turn them over and drill a hole for the dowel. And I'm only going in 3/16 of an inch, so I'm just taping off a stop mark. And this will be on the inside. I don't want the dowel to go all the way through. And what I have is some brass nails that once I have the doweling in, then I'll just put a brass nail on the outside. So, and I always determine what's the inside. Take a look at the boards, and you always want to pick your better product for the outside, the presentation that's going to be seen. So these will be my insides, my right elevation and left elevation, and I'm just going to drill a 3/8 hole down, and that'll allow for the dowel to set into it. I'll put a little bit of glue on that and then just put that together, and then I can start my basket forming. So you can see there I've got my lats all cut. These are 1 inch by 1/4 inch. And I'm just softening the edge to take the burr off them. Not really to round them over, just to softening it. And there I am, and what I do is I use a micro pin and just a little bit of glue. A little bit of glue on the edge there, and I only put 1 pin in each. And once the glue sets, these won't come off. And this is, like I said, this is out of yellow cedar. So it's a nice bright wood. It's a great way to use up your scraps. You can resell all down. So all the material I have is 1/4 inch stock that I've decided to go with. It's a nice size. It's not too heavy. If you didn't have this, you would be able to use it in 3/4. It might look a little heavier. I'm trying to make it look a little bit delicater and a little bit more refined. And you can see the holes that I have in the end there, and what I'll do is just punch a little brass round top nail into the end there. You can see how the mason jars go into it nicely and fit. These are popular with people that do go to the markets and are selling canned goods or candies or fudge. Now you can put in them and sell them. And then I'll just coat them with mineral oil. I just use straight mineral oil, and I brush it on, allow it to dry. It only gets one coat, and then I'll just give it a good wipe and a buff. And I always use mineral oil on these kind of products so that they're food safe. Well, I hope you enjoyed this project, and it's a great way to use up your scrap wood and get into that bin and do a small project. If you like this video, please subscribe. We really enjoy bringing them to you, and it doesn't cost anything. It's free, so we'll see you on the next one.